Well, it goes without saying it's been a tough couple weeks for us. Like Georgetown in many ways, we're both playing a lot of young players. And with young players, you get some inconsistency. And my guess is that Patrick's experienced some of that as we are. Tonight our young guys really stepped up and played well. I thought all three of our freshmen, Zagorowski, Froling, and Bishop, gave us good minutes. And obviously Tyshawn Alexander had not been playing well on the road. And to see that first one go in was huge for him, and he really carried that on the rest of the game.
Questions?
How good was it to get good traction out of your other bigs outside of Crumple? You gave 2 minutes.
Yeah, Georgetown allows us, because of their front line, to play 2 bigs at once. We haven't done that much this year. A lot of it's been dictated by who we're playing. Our last 2 games were Villanova and St. John's, who essentially oftentimes have 5 guards out there. It's hard to play 2 guys at once. So it was good that, Froling and Bishop really gave us good minutes. Crumple was big down the stretch with a couple rebounds and defensive plays. So our freshmen are getting better, and now they have to become more consistent, and that hopefully that happens with time.
Your bigs didn't slip to the cup like they had previously as much. Is that due to playing two bigs and not one?
The lane's not as open when there's 2 of them out there. Georgetown did a good job, I thought, on their coverage. We still got a couple of those. They got behind him for a couple lob dunks, but it's hard to do against Georgetown. Jesse's he's big, he's physical, he's strong, and LeBlanc covers a lot of ground back there. So, we made a couple more baskets. I'm not sure either team stopped each other very, very well. We just made a couple late.
Coach, Georgetown's got a couple late this season, a couple tight games last year also. Does that factor into your mentality at all when the game's this late?
Yeah. So is Creighton. So it happens with young players. It's just the reality. You learn from. You can simulate it all you want in practice, but until you're out there with the lights on and you have to execute in a game situation, I think every time a young player goes through that, he becomes a little bit more prepared for the next time he's going to go through it. And we've been through it a lot, as is Patrick's group, and you get a little bit better every time you do it. But there's outside of a couple programs in the country that have guys that are going right to the draft that are freshmen, not often do freshmen play a big role, and both teams are relying a bunch on some freshmen.
I know it's early, but outside of Marquette and Villanova, now every team in the league has 3 or 4 conference losses. How important was this for your team to stay in that pack?
Well, we had an incredibly tough schedule to start. 4 of our games were on the road, and our 2 home games were the Marquette and Villanova. The teams were picked 1 and 2 in the league. So we let 1 get away in Marquette, but we've won 2 on the road. So we've got 3 in a row at home. So it's an opportunity for us, hopefully, to get the ship righted a little bit. But Coach Hewen and I were talking before the game. There's just everybody's good in this league, and it's offensively everybody can score. So it's really hard to put together a defensive plan because really teams across the league are elite offensively, and I think we lead the Power Fives and leagues like us in offensive efficiency as a league, and I don't think it's even really close. So it's difficult to get stops in our league, and it's a fast pace. Georgetown likes to play quick. We like to play quick. So it's a mess in the middle, and I don't. Marquette and Villanova are off to great starts, but I think they're going to get nicked as well as time goes on.
Working with young players and you like to play quick, how do you live with turnovers without necessarily extinguishing the young guys' fire by holding them?
Well, we only had 7 tonight, which was critical to the game. We let our guys play offensively, and that's how we recruit them. They understand they're going to have a lot of offensive freedom. To do that, you have to recruit guys that are skilled, that can handle it, pass it, and shoot it. And we think we've assembled a group of young guys that's pretty good in those areas.
2 more.
1-3-1. Is that a good change-up for you guys?
It didn't turn out to be because we gave up a 3 in the corner and then a foul. But we just thought they got in a little rhythm with a couple plays they were running that we were having a hard time defending. We tried to disrupt that rhythm. To their credit, they moved the ball and Pickett hit that big 3 in the corner.
You guys have shot well from 3-point range all season tonight, 13-29. What do you feel you were able to take advantage of?
Well, we space the floor. When we don't have the 2 bigs out there, essentially we have 5 guys that can shoot it. Krompel's a capable three-point shooter. Froling hit one tonight. So, you know, I think our spacing is difficult to guard. That allows us to get to the rim some, but, you know, we preach spacing and pace all the time, and when you're playing with pace, you know, I think eventually good things are happening. You know, the game's even in a lot of ways. Fast break points was 18-6 in our favor, and that was huge to go along with the fact that our points in the paint were about even, which is an area I was really concerned about.